Opening your social media feed used to feel a bit like, well, walking into a massive, chaotic digital shopping mall. Like, creators were just constantly throwing clothes at you
Oh, yeah, everywhere you looked, someone dumping a giant cardboard box on their bed, pulling out like 30 cheap, trendy items.
and screaming that you absolutely had to buy them.
Right. So, welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're exploring a massive shift in how you and I consume media, because the fast fashion boom is really crumbling, and this thing called de-influencing is totally taking over.
Yeah, we're moving from a culture that celebrated endless consumption to one that actively rejects it. Instead of shouting at you to buy, creators are pointing at those exact same trendy items and telling you it's a total waste of money.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because traditional influencing was basically a megaphone, telling you to run toward a mirage. They were like pushy car salespeople.
Exactly. And de-influencing acts more like your, I guess, brutally honest best friend. Or like the bouncer at the club telling you the party inside actually sucks, so he's saving you the entry fee. I love that analogy. But let's look at the vocabulary here, especially if you're trying to describe this trend yourself. People are experiencing what we call consumer fatigue, which is, it's just that deep exhaustion from seeing constant ads.
Right, you just get so tired of it. People are refusing to, quote, buy into something, meaning they won't believe the hype anymore. Like on Reddit, you see so many posts about people just being sick of buying a $15 shirt that shrinks after 2 washes.
Oh, the shrinking shirts are the absolute worst. But what's fascinating is the psychology behind this shift. Audiences have developed severe ad blindness.
Yeah, ad blindness or banner blindness. You instantly ignore anything that feels like a paid sponsorship. Authenticity is the ultimate currency right now. Creators will actually risk brand deals to tell the truth.
Because brands are realizing they can't really, buy someone's trust with a heavily scripted read anymore. But wait, there's an algorithmic advantage to de-influencing too, right?
Oh, 100%. Social media platforms financially incentivize engagement. And critique or negativity, well, that naturally drives way higher metrics than a glowing review.
Right. So when a creator trashes a terrible product, they aren't just building massive trust by being authentic, they are actively hacking the algorithm.
Exactly. But if we connect this to the bigger picture, this algorithmic shift is colliding directly with our wallets. Global inflation means consumers are actively searching for a reason not to spend.
Which brings up another great everyday phrase for you guys, to tighten one's belt.
Yes, to tighten your belt means you have to spend less money. So a video giving you permission to skip a purchase, well, it's incredibly validating.
Wait, I have to push back here, though, because here is where it gets really interesting. Does de-influencing actually cure the underlying shopping addiction?
That is the million-dollar question.
Right. Does it stop that temporary dopamine hit, that quick rush of happiness you get from shopping, or does it just prevent buyer's remorse?
And buyer's remorse is that deep regret when you look at a gadget you didn't actually need.
Exactly. It feels like de-influencing just shifts the dopamine hit from owning a physical thing to, well, feeling morally superior for not buying a thing. You aren't just avoiding buyer's remorse, you are consuming an identity.
Wow, yeah. It is entirely a consumption of a persona rather than a product. You get the thrill of participation and the anxiety relief of not missing out, all without spending a dime.
And that feeling of moral superiority isn't just tied to personal finance. It links directly into the environmental impact. We are talking about millions of tons of synthetic clothing rotting in a landfill every single year.
Yeah, a landfill being those massive, trash dumps. Buying cheap disposable clothes has gone from being a trendy haul to causing serious eco-guilt.
Eco-guilt, right? Feeling bad about hurting the planet, it's become actively embarrassing to show off a massive fast fashion haul now.
Definitely. We're seeing Gen Z and millennials really striving for sustainability. So eco-friendly choices are huge. Thrift shopping, going to secondhand charity shops, or completing a no-buy year, that's the new flex.
Yeah, you brag about what you didn't buy, or the vintage charity shop find. Status is now derived from restraint, not excess. So what does this all mean for you?
Well, the digital shopping mall hasn't closed, but the rules of engagement have completely flipped.
Right. You don't have to listen to the people throwing clothes at you anymore. You can just walk out and actually gain social status for doing it.
Yeah.
You might casually say, hey, I'm trying to tighten my belt, or don't buy into the hype. It will just give you buyer's remorse.
It is a total recalibration of how influence works. The creators who tell you to keep your wallet shut are the ones you end up trusting the most.
Which leaves you with one final thing to think about. If these de-influencers are building up all this massive, bulletproof trust by telling you exactly what not to buy, aren't they really just gathering influence so they can sell you their own premium product later?